Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. You're seeing Bro's picture down there, and you're not seeing anything because he's live at an event in Iowa, and we're gonna be streaming it here for everybody to see. Getting YouTube's ups and ready is here. All right, YouTube is up, Rumble is up, and the Rumble link is my content here. Okay, let's go live. Copy the link. Here's the link in the chat if you want to go watch it on Rumble, because we're not too sure that YouTube will let us stay up. So he's
Probably
waiting
not.
on the Orange Man Bad to show up. So you guys can hear. He's at the party. So as soon as Mr. Dude shows up, we were going to cover the list if the event wasn't going to be started yet. So, but the list is so long that I think we'll have to put that off for a different
It's like what,
day.
100 some odd pages?
Yeah, 109. It's 900 pages from the documents.
900. Jeez, oh Pete.
But the names aren't any different than the ones we knew. They're all the people we suspected are that they're there. So it's not really news. The question will be whether or not anything will happen to them, and I don't think anything will happen to them.
I'm in your boat with that one.
So when we do get this thing going, though, we'll have Bro be the only one on screen. So I might do it like this. I might do that. No,
cool.
but we want to respond to it, so it's better to do it the other way. I was thinking doing it this way. There we go. We'll do it like that.
Is Rumble up?
Got... I can't unmute him because he's muted himself.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bro, if you can hear me, unmute yourself, will you? It won't let me unmute you. Fancy girl, fancy seeing you here. It's been forever. Where you been? What you been doing? What you been up to? It is the Color Me Bad reunion, yeah.
Is the Rumble up?
It is. It is up. Rumble is up. This is the Color Me Bad reunion. He went down. Oh, no. Let's see if he comes back in. I don't know what happened to him. In any case, he's at the Trump rally in Iowa. In case you guys are wondering. In Iowa. So he out there. I'm glad you've been checking out Straight Talk. Give me your unadulterated opinion about it, too. Everybody else seems to feel free to do it, so why not you? I don't mind people's opinion about it. It's not going to stop anything. But send me your opinion about it. So anyway, Bro is at the event. I'm waiting to see if he has better reception. I would think they would have a free Wi-Fi there. You would think.
You would think.
The wife got to Trinidad last night and immediately lost her phone.
Oh gosh.
Right off the bat, lost her phone. So anyway, now that puts us in a whole different category of trouble because everything that we have for our accounts is on that phone. So here we are.
It's really bad connection in here, so if it comes in and out, that's why.
They don't have Wi-Fi there? You got that T-Mobile internet? Bomber phone? Answer me, bro. You can't hear us very well.
See, what I find interesting between this right now, even this isn't, even this is the pre-show event, you can feel the energy.
Come on now. Watch it. We can hear the music just fine. And then when the event starts, you're going to hear nothing. It'll be choppy as all get out. We got 20 watching on Facebook. And 35 on Savage Patriots on YouTube. And we have 68 on Rumble.
Nice.
That's good. Those are good numbers. That's true. Hey, bro, set your phone, your output to 720. He left. Let me see if I can find him to send him that good info. That's good info. If he streamed at a lower resolution, he might actually have better luck. Because I know there is under the settings, there is a definition, a high definition on a. It definitely won't start till 7:30.
Oh gosh.
Well, if that's the case, I won't be here. It'll be everybody but me. It'll be just Lee. It'll just be you on the screen.
Well,
we'll call it the Asian hour. Asian hour.
Quite. The Asian hour.
Asian hour. Been here for a long time.
It's just me and the people.
Yeah, people.
Unbelievable.
You've been here for a very long time. It's all right to get to run the thing. Everybody know. Be sure get ready.
I'm sorry.
In case people wondering why we're just BSing around, because we're waiting for bro to get back in here.
Yeah.
I am not cooking tonight. No, I am not. I'll be cooking tomorrow, but I won't be cooking tonight. I already did something for them once, and that's enough. They can starve for tonight, and then they can be fed tomorrow. That's how you should treat children. Okay? Children should eat once a day. That way you keep them, subservient, and they still are fed to do what you got to make them do.
That's called discipline, folks.
That's discipline, okay? You don't feed your kids 3 times a day. That's how they get fat. I'm not doing that.
Mr. Maron is a tiger pada.
I am not going to feed my kids more than once a day. They don't deserve it, 1, and they don't need it, 2. I'm joking, okay? I know people are going to be out there, he abuses his children. I'm joking.
Somebody's going to be like that.
They eat every other day, okay? Not every day. That'd be a waste of food. I agree.
Have you seen the grocery bills lately?
Yeah, I can't shop for food every day. That's stupid. Who does that?
Mothers, apparently.
Nobody goes out there shopping every day.
Moms do, apparently.
Rumble is giving me the heck of a time to get the chat. There's Mr. Bro.
There he is.
Are you in a lower res now? Mr. Bro, are you at a lower res now?
Yeah.
Here.
There's no red. It's just whatever my phone.
No, if you go to the settings in Rumble,
rambling around right now.
Huh?
We shall see.
No, I'm saying if you go into your settings,
I'll take one.
Thank you, sir.
you should be able to change the resolution. I'll join the room again. You see me twice? You see me twice? See me twice? Everybody see me? And if I go into my settings.
Ooh, echo.
There's a big echo. That'll work anyway.
Oh, you said a bunch of You went TikTok live?
No, they were live streaming it, and he told me go get in front of the camera. So I was like, hey, and then they all. I'm about to go stand over there again.
Who he with?
Some white chick.
Oh,
He's betraying his race by being with white people.
Well, they're giving out candy. Just candy.
How dare he betray his race like that?
Oh my god, I'm so sticky right
That was my doppelganger. Okay, that was my twin. Y'all got to see what the room actually looks like that I'm sitting in. I forgot you can't be doing that. Can't be giving people that kind of arsenal.
they don't deserve that kind of access to your life.
No, they don't need that kind of access.
Sweet.
now. Alright, I think I'm gonna go back over there for a little bit.
I want to feel your cheek and your body.
Would Whitney Houston approve of Trump using her music?
Bro. We got 95 watching on Rumble. Welcome, guys. And we got 38 on YouTube and 22 on Facebook.
Candy.
That's good.
Grab this real quick.
I really wish they had Wi-Fi that he could use.
I could multitask. Candy. Who's happening?
You ask him.
No. There's no Wi-Fi here. Not at all. Not at all.
Yo, that's in the middle of
They did
Iowa.
Because they might be scrambling it or something.
Newton, Iowa is where this is taking place.
The t-shirt guy.
I'm asking him questions via this because he can only hear so much.
No, they wouldn't allow that.
They can't give you a tripod. They won't let you have a tripod? That's dumb.
Bro, where are your headphones at? Maybe you could use his headphones.
Yeah, no
What?
tripod allowed. They're very strict.
They're very stupid.
Like even your water bottles, they take the tops off them and give them to you.
Take the tops off the water bottles?
Anybody have a score on the Steelers game? Retro's worried about the Steelers game.
You're in the wrong podcast.
I don't mind telling you. Pittsburgh is at 14 and the Ravens are at 7 right now. So I'm all for the Steelers winning. You see, if the Steelers beat the Ravens, I don't feel half as bad that the Hawks lost to the same people that, you know, because we can say, hey, we lost to the Steelers too. I don't feel too bad when I do that. Yeah, 14-7, which is a big deal, but that's always happened. The first quarter is always a bad quarter for the Ravens, and then they just go crazy the last 3 quarters. So I'm not worried about that. Thank you. actually mentioned that Epstein list.
All right, let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
How
welcome
are
to
the
the
Ravens
stage
winning? What are you
Pastor
talking about?
Darren Sturts to lead us
I'm
in
looking at
today's
the score. It says
invocation.
14-7. Baltimore is behind Pittsburgh. What are you talking about? I mean, they're driving, but they're not winning yet.
Prayer. I want to thank the Trump team and administration for the opportunity and all their hard work.
Here we go.
Lord, I thank you, Jesus, for your word and your Holy Spirit. Help lead us to fulfill what you have freed us to do in this time. Thank you for making all of this possible, for opening up doors for your kingdom to be made manifest. Lord Jesus, you say in Isaiah, you brought the government down upon your shoulders. And you said in Romans 13 that you appoint leaders. Thank you for this next administration coming. Jesus, I pray favor over President Trump to be the trumpet and also be the wrecking ball to dismantle the corrupt government, expose the lies, and let transparency reign. Restore the infrastructure of your nation, Lord. Lord Jesus, we ask that wisdom and godly counsel shall come forth for President Trump and his team. We bless them to receive divine strategies and inspired ideas to get around the obstacles that will enable them to govern the people with righteousness, equity, justice, in Jesus' name. We call all things into divine order and subject to the lordship of Jesus Christ, to let there be a release of the fear of the Lord, light, and truth over our nation. To rebuild the foundation of America for your glory, Lord Jesus, release new strategic planning upon President Trump and his advisors. We are calling in those that fear the Lord to take their place around President Trump. It's time for the people to stand for truth and righteousness. Let your freedom reign, Lord. Let justice and righteousness prevail. Lord Jesus, be the voice that influences President Trump with every move he makes. I pray that his character and integrity will be aligned with yours, Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for the fulfillment of your word over the nation and this next administration. I thank you for your protection and wisdom and kingdom health for President Trump, his family, and his advisors. In Jesus' holy name. I pray all of this in the name of Jesus, and the name that's above every other name. Amen. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Katie Whittington to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
some. Liberty and justice for the majority, not the minority. With liberty and
Ladies and
justice for
gentlemen,
whites
please
only.
welcome to the stage Hannah Schober to sing our national anthem.
We don't need no crazy woman singing no anthem.
Just
Why
one
didn't they
not
ask
Jill
Bro?
Scott.
They should ask Bro to sing it. I'd like to see that.
I wouldn't mind saying that too.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the red
was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the brave.
I could have done that. I don't mean it sound way worse. Hey, look, I know Alexandra. Notifications are the worst. In your face. In your face.
Marco.
I hope everybody is listening because we have some very important information for you to make sure we win this primary and we win it big. It all starts right here in Iowa with the first in the nation caucuses that I was able to give to Iowa. I controlled it and I gave it, just as I said I would. The outcome in this state will send a message to the entire country and, in fact, the entire world. So please listen very carefully to these simple steps you need to take to vote in the Iowa caucuses on Monday, January 15th, 2024. That's Martin Luther King Day, January 15th, 2024. Together, we're going to make history, but you have to show up and you have to follow these instructions. Thank you all, and let's go and make America great again. We're going to do it. We're going to make it greater than ever before.
Any way you can zoom in, bro?
Making America great again starts one place on earth and one place only, right here in Iowa. Monday, January 15th, 7 p.m. Be there, because it's caucus night. Now you may say to yourself, "Self, I've never been to a caucus. How does it work?" You've come to the right place, because for the next 2 minutes, Marlon's going to tell you everything you need to know about how to successfully caucus for President Trump.
I didn't know that.
Caucusing is super easy. Before we get going, let's make sure you are eligible to caucus. Time to check with the lawyers. For
Yes,
that,
Jackie.
here's Margaret.
He is there.
From the law firm of Dewey and Chichester.
To vote at a caucus, you must be at least 18 years old. But here's the kicker. That's 18 by November 5th of 2024, election day.
Okay, so now you know you're eligible to vote in the Iowa caucus. Woohoo!
If I'm illegal, can I vote?
As simple as this. Wait, that's
According to Potato, yeah.
I'd like to vote if being illegal.
3 easy steps. Step 1, make sure you're eligible.
Step 2.
Okay, step 2. Do you know where your caucus location is? Now be careful. The correct answer isn't necessarily your regular voting location. I'm throwing you a lifeline here. You can easily find your caucus location and lots of other information by going to ia.donaldjtrump.com. Now, a quick time management lesson. It's Monday, January 15th, caucus day. You wake up at 5 a.m. because you are so excited to caucus for President Trump. So what time should you get to your caucus location?
No, he didn't move. He just went to their
You don't need to be
event.
at your caucus location until 6 p.m. So no excuses for being late. And finally, step 3. Register once you get to your caucus. Now, if the line is long, don't panic. I said don't panic. Sorry. The lines move very quickly, and once you're in line, you can't be turned away, so hang in there. Okay, starting exactly at 7 p.m., it's time for democracy to begin. First, you will hear a few brief speeches. Then paper ballots for voting will be distributed, collected, and counted, all in front of you. Easy peasy. And that's the first step to making President Trump our next president and making America great again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage State Representative Luana Stoltenberg.
Anybody care about these people, man?
Why didn't he do all that earlier?
Good evening, everyone. Are you guys excited to see President Trump?
Yeah.
Come on. There's one little thing I have to do before I start. We have a very special person in our audience today. Her name is Jerry, and she's 93 years old today. So can we say happy birthday, Jerry? She's 93. Thank you for waiting. You're almost 94 now. President Trump's worth waiting for, though, isn't he? Yes! Well, like they said, my name is Luana Stoltenberg, and I'm an Iowa House Representative in District 81, which is Davenport, Iowa. We got some Davenport people here. Well, the thing about my election was I only won by 11 votes because I ran in a very blue district. So you guys, that's how important every vote is. It's so important. That's why we've got to get out to caucus for President Trump on January 15th at 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to hear this a lot tonight because it's so important. You know, so many of us have heard that the polls are saying he's got this. He's so far ahead. And he does, if we go. So we can't stay home thinking everybody else has got this. Let's all play our part and get there so he will win it. You know, our Iowa motto is our liberties we prize and our rights we will maintain. Do you guys know anyone who is working so hard like President Trump to protect our rights and to keep our freedoms, even while he's being persecuted and he's being indicted constantly? Donald Trump has kept us out of wars. Look at the lives that have been lost and the money that we have sent to Ukraine by this administration. Let's not forget the military withdrawal out of Afghanistan. All that billions of dollars worth of equipment, innocent lives that we left behind, not to mention pallets of cash we left for our enemies. This would not have happened if it would have been a Trump administration. You know, myself and a few other legislators went to the border this last June, and what we saw was an absolute mess. But Border Patrol told us that we cannot sustain the amounts of illegals that are crossing our borders. They said that Trump's border policies were working, that they were discouraging illegals from crossing, that it was keeping sex traffickers out and drug activity out. The wall was working. This administration is now paying people not to build the wall. Can we even believe this? You know, over 70,000 Americans have died because of fentanyl overdoses. This has got to end. Building a wall was a passed law. It's unconstitutional what they're doing, and as a matter of fact, it's criminal. This commander and thief has to go. Most pro-death regime that we've ever seen. They're trying to make abortion legal all the way up to birth and then even beyond. Do you know that this administration is giving Planned Parenthood over $600 million of your tax money every year? Do you know that's 1.5 million a day? A day. Wouldn't you guys like to have that for your business, for your household? Absolutely. Donald Trump is one of the most pro-life presidents that we have ever had. Do you know he personally and was the only president that came to March for Life in D.C.? He also appointed pro-life judges, and we know the outcome of that. Roe versus Wade was overturned. President Trump is fighting hard for our Constitution and for our religious freedoms. The Biden administration is persecuting Christians, and they're throwing pro-lifers in prison. This has got to end. Let's talk about our economy. you wanna. How does your retirement look right now? Looked pretty good under Trump's administration, didn't it? Right now, we're practically giving our entire savings account just to buy groceries and put gas in our cars. Look at the mess that they've created in just less than 3 years. Can you imagine if we had another 4 years of this? We will never survive it. That is why it is so important. We have to get out on caucus night to make sure that this craziness ends now and we keep our nation. Will you guys promise me that you'll do your part and go to caucuses on January 15th at 7 o'clock and vote for President Trump? Yes. It's so easy. You guys saw that video. We just show up a little bit early. You go in, and you'll hear speeches, and then you vote for him. Make sure they counted correctly, and then you go home. You'll probably be out of there by 8 o'clock that night. If you don't know where your caucus location is, if you go to the tables that are in the back there, they can help you find it. Or you can just easily go to iowagop.org. It's so easy. Guys, President Trump has been working so hard for all of us. So let's work hard for him. This one isn't that tough, you guys. Let's all together make America great again. And again, and show up in caucusing. Thank you guys all so much for waiting. Here we are. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage State Representative Mark Cisneros.
All these idiot people, I don't want to talk about them. Bring the big dog. We want the big dog, not the small fry.
It's a great privilege and honor to be able to speak in support of President Trump. We sacrifice because we have hope. My hope is in Christ. I live in Muscatine. My wife and I have 6 kids, 2 grandkids. Thank you.
Boo! Who does that?
Have kids?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Kids
I
are overrated.
7 people in Muscatine and Wilton. Today I have 2 of my boys with me, right there. They've been really patient this whole time. They've been really good. So I'm a proud American. And I was born and raised in sunny Southern California. And I'm proud of my Mexican heritage, my Latino culture. And there's a traditional greeting in Spanish that goes, "Mi casa es su casa." It's a formal greeting, a hospitality a visitor can expect from a host. To be offered the best accommodations and comfort. But if someone breaks into your house, takes up your space, eats your food,
Sounds like my
takes
kids.
the dog, and holds his hand out, expecting you to give him the keys to your kingdom, well, they got another thing coming. The leftists in the Biden administration have allowed illegal immigration to turn into a full invasion of our country. Just one of many intentional wrongs. They are stealing our savings through inflation. weaponizing the DOJ and FBI against us, controlling our associations, criminalizing speech, holding political prisoners. The administration is trying to scare us into submission. I don't scare easy. But we were not born to be
Say
slaves.
he don't scare easy.
Around the world, there is no greater symbol of Judeo-Christian values than the Stars and Stripes. In a constitutional republic, not a democracy, in a constitutional republic,
Yep.
and as citizens of this country, we are to pick up and carry our flag when it falls in battle, and continue down the field. That field of battle is our pursuit of happiness. As Christians, we are reminded to pick up and carry our cross daily. The cross is our reminder of our eternal destination, a hope in the future. Sacrifices can be made because we have a hope in the future with Christ. Pick up your cross, and you'll be able to pick up your flag. The Constitution spells out our identity, authority, and responsibility of we the people. If we don't know what it says, we won't know how to comport ourselves. If we don't know the rules of the game, we won't know who's cheating us. Ladies and gentlemen of Iowa, as brave and tough as our President Trump has been, considering he has the whole of government against him. Imagine that, if that was you or I. I was speaking to my sons on the way here this morning, this afternoon. The legislature, being in the legislature is hard sometimes with a family. And so I try to explain to my kids why we do what we do. And I told them in the car that sometimes you're going to see a good person in a fight. And you're going to be in a position to make a decision to help or pretend you don't see it and walk away. So I told my kids that we make an effort to help where we can. If I have to drive a couple of hours, wait a little bit, the least I can do for what President Trump has been doing for us. So my kids, I hope will understand that we are doing this for the next generation as well. There is nowhere else to go. I spoke to a reporter earlier today asking me about Latinos and how we see Trump and those kinds of things. And as I was explaining to my children, when there's a fight to be had, I meant not a physical fight. That's not what I was trying to tell them. But when you can share your time, your talent, your resources with someone who's doing good, trying to do good, not a perfect person. But if they see that, there's going to come a time they have to make that decision. And you guys have done that. That's why you're here. That's why you've been patient. That's why you're excited. I'm so thankful to speak to a couple of young men over here in the corner where we've been waiting. They're from Illinois. as I told the reporter today, I'm encouraged because I constantly run into people who this is their first time engaging in politics in general, first time in the caucus, and that always energizes me. President Trump sometimes looks like he's overwhelmed in the swamp, but when he's with the regular people, he has the majority. Let me just close with Caucus. That's why we're here. Let's finish strong this next week. Take all the information that you've gathered, talk to your coworkers, your friends, your neighbors, and go to Caucus. You'll find your neighbors there that you didn't realize were Republicans. Some coworkers might show up you didn't realize were Republicans. And it'll be a good time to let them know why you're supporting the president. If you need some ideas, go to that website. There's a whole list of accomplishments from President Trump. You don't have to, you can tell them, you don't have to like him, but look at what he's done and look at the difference of our present day. We sacrifice because we have hope. Thank you.
Let me check the private chat.
What?
Check the private chat.
Unfortunately, today, Americans live in uncertain times.
Okay.
Just 3 short years ago, the United States was a safer, more prosperous nation under the leadership of my father-in-law, President Donald J. Trump. But as difficult as life may be in Joe Biden's America, you all possess a unique opportunity to take the first steps towards changing the direction of our country. Home to the first in the nation caucuses, Iowans enjoy a special privilege, but also a responsibility to examine and select the strongest candidate to defeat Joe Biden next November. It's clear that President Trump is, of course, that candidate, which is why it's critical that every America First patriot participate in the Iowa caucus on Monday, January 15th at 7 p.m. and cast their vote for who else? Donald J. Trump. But for those who may never have participated in a caucus, you might wonder what it is and how you can participate in this incredible tradition. In short, the caucus is a meeting of fellow Republicans held in every voting precinct in Iowa. Friends, family, and neighbors gather in a central meeting location, usually a school, church, or community center, to cast their vote for President of the United States and, of course, to discuss the critical issues facing our nation, of which we know there are many. Thank you, Joe Biden. It's important to note that your caucus location may be different from where you previously voted in other elections, so be sure to look up your caucus site by visiting ia.donaldjtrump.com. On the evening of Monday, January 15th, President Trump's supporters should arrive at their caucus location early at around 6 p.m. When you arrive, don't panic. There may be long lines to register, but those lines are going to move quickly, and once you're in line, you cannot be turned away. All Iowans who are 18 years or older by the date of the general election, which is November 5th, 2024, are eligible to participate in the Republican caucus. If you are a registered Republican, your name will already be on the precinct list. You simply need to show your photo ID to a volunteer. If you are not a registered Republican or are unsure of your registration status, you may register to vote as a Republican at your caucus location. If you choose to register at your caucus location, you must bring a valid photo ID such as a driver's license, military ID, or student ID, and mail such as a cell phone bill, utility bill, bank statement, or paycheck with your current home address for that voting precinct. After you check in or register to vote at your caucus location, volunteers will direct you to the room or area where your precinct caucus meeting will take place. Additionally, our campaign will have friendly representatives or Trump caucus captains at each location. They are going to be very recognizable because they will have a caucus captain hat and will be on hand to help direct or answer any questions that you may have. Once you gather with others from your precinct, a volunteer will call your caucus meeting to order promptly at 7 p.m. The meeting will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then caucus goers will elect a chairperson to officially run the remainder of the meeting. After a chairperson has been elected, this person will open the meeting to candidate speeches, and each candidate is allowed to be represented by one speaker. Speeches are usually limited to around 3 minutes each. After candidate speeches are finished, volunteers will distribute paper ballots to every voter in that precinct. You will have a moment to complete your ballot and will return it to a volunteer to be counted. What makes the Iowa caucus so special is that the paper ballots are collected and counted in front of all voters in your precinct, ensuring the process is secure and transparent. Not that we think that there was ever a time where voting was not secure and transparent. Wink, wink, nod, nod. After the votes are counted, the results will be announced to all caucus attendees, and that's it. Once caucus goers have cast their vote, you're free to leave. But for those wanting to take the extra step to support President Trump, we urge you to stay and run as delegate to your county Republican convention.
Oh, whoops, looks like Marlon's off. So it's just bro live streaming the Trump rally in Iowa, and y'all got me, so running solo.
January 15th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, because that's the day we're going to start to take America back. The corrupt Washington establishment just want our movement to succeed. President Trump has, of course, a tremendous lead in the polls, but we cannot leave anything to chance. Your participation in the Iowa caucus on January 15th will send a powerful message to the world that the America First movement is stronger and more united than ever. Together, we will win the Iowa caucus, and together, we will make America great again.
This is the final battle. With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists, and fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all.
American girl, American guy will always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when we see old glory flying. There's a lot of them there, so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our head. My daddy served in the army, but he lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out in our yard till the day that he died. And my mother, my brother, my sister, and me to grow up and live happy in the land.
And if you're just tuning in, we have a correspondent by the name of Bro, Michael, who is in Iowa right now at the Trump rally.
Then we lit up your world like the 4th of July. And Uncle Sam put your name at the top of his list. And the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist. And an eagle will fly, and it's gonna be here. When you hear my freedom start ringing a bell, and it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. Brought to you
Yeah, I mean it's pretty chill here, man, and I mean it's a really good crowd. There's nobody crazy outside, screaming and yelling and fighting. There's nothing like that going on at all. So it's pretty, like I said, safe. If you want to say that, there's not a lot of people in here acting crazy. Yeah, there's no Antifa. I haven't seen Antifa. I haven't seen anything BLM. Nothing like that. No anti-Trumpers. Unless they're in here somewhere in the group within the crowd. I haven't seen any of them. Yeah, Jay, keep sending me messages if you want to know something, because I can't hear.
Hey, so yo, while Bro is down there doing boots on the ground, looking at this and posting this for us as he's live streaming, why don't y'all have some questions, and I'll relay it to Michael, and then we can keep the conversation rolling and not necessarily really emphasize too much on the Steelers game, even though they just won apparently. So, if y'all got any questions, post them in the chat, whether they're on Rumble or YouTube. And I will be sure to relay your question to Bro, and he can.
I think he's getting ready. We'll see. Thank you. You want this one or that one? What's the good part? All right.
Why do you listen to the good part, or do you want
Probably gonna come out moonwalking to this song. That'd be funny as hell. If it's shaking, I'm dancing. Trying. We're still waiting. You see all the Secret Service over here, and they're all getting set up, man. It's just, he's probably just back there. Like I said, he just flew in from another rally in another part of Iowa. So then he just got here not too long ago, about 30 minutes ago. I can't hear you, but yeah, we came from Madison, Wisconsin. Then we drove 2 hours here, about 2.5. Yeah, here we are. Should be a great time. I can't even see the chat. Let's see if I can see something. Hello, Kat. Hello, Retro, Jackie, Layla, Brenda, Arlene. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. Just kind of tired, man. I was like, we actually been here since like noon. And there's some people that have been here since 9 o'clock in the morning. Not yet. He's back there. We're just waiting. So I can't complain. We got here at noon. I know some people that have been here since like 9 o'clock. I heard some people saying they were here at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's a long time. Then they're constantly handing out water and candy to try to keep people. So, water and chocolate. John Sanctimonious. Yeah, that's it, man. Hopefully we'll be coming out soon and we can get this party started. I got about 34 minutes, maybe a little more on my battery. I brought a portable charger, so hopefully it usually does like an hour maybe. So he'll get out here and people were getting kind of not rowdy, they're just getting anxious, you know, kind of antsy. A lot more movement than it was earlier. But we'll see.
Tap that like button, y'all. Share the live.
Hit that like button. You can go to other sites to watch this. But it's a little different when you got your boy on the ground.
Jane Marlin had to dip. He had a previous engagement, so you just got Bro, who's got his boots to the ground at the Trump rally in Iowa, and myself.
My friend, she's over there dancing with the media. And actually, we got pretty good seats. You know, could have been all the way in the back, but we got lucky. We got here, had a good time. I thought somebody had on one of our shirts when it said Epstein. What is that conservative news outlet?
Newsmax?
RF, I forget the name of them, but they're kind of new, and they're usually at his rallies. That's who's here. I don't see like CNN and all the rest of them. And then you have like another news organization. I think they're Dutch. They're here going around talking to people, but I know the main one is RS. You might know it better than me. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a conservative news outlet. And they mainly do rallies. They do regular news, but they're mainly, you know, they're always at the rallies. And they're all up there, so you see there's not a lot of media.
From different walks of life, but
not a lot of media up there on that stage.
They want their country back. Parents who want to take back control of their children's education. Veterans tired of being kicked to the curb. They believe in protecting the sanctity of life, securing our borders, standing for the flag, kneeling.
Yeah, you might be right. I think that's what it is.
For an honest day's work, Hillary made fun of them.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
Biden called them a threat.
The migrant Republicans represented extremism.
might be RSBN. There's another one. It might be RSBN. I don't remember seeing it. I'll ask her when she gets here. I forget the name of it. But she's been around them all day.
Who know there's one person who will always have their backs. Donald J. Trump, I approve this message.
All right, this might be it. Looks like this might be it.
Share the live, y'all. Share the live. Like, share, and comment.
Yeah, I can't hear, so. Oh, okay. Yeah, share. You guys know, help us out here. Get it out. Get that Rumble link out. Don't be afraid to share it.
Hey, Noah.
Got some people that have been here for hours. Yeah, it's in a high school gym. So this is all that can actually get in. The line actually started at the door of the school gym, and it wrapped all the way around, out the gate, all the way to like one of the first streets that we crossed. So by the time we was even up close to the door, there's still a massive line. So they kind of cut people off coming in here, and then the rest can stay out there in like the lobby area.
Jeez.
You're better than me.
The energy's good. Everyone started out kind of, amped up, but they're starting to calm down, but then they're picking back up. They're just getting restless. But the energy itself, the overall energy in the room is real, real good. Everyone's real nice, from the sheriff to, everyone. They're real cool. And a lot of this here is like local people from this town. So there's some out of towners like us, but they don't care. You can tell the local people. You can tell they all know each other. What about? We're trying. No. And this they told us it started at 4, then they said it's going to be 5, and that's Eastern. Or was it 5 local? I don't remember, but here we are. And like I said, he did a rally in another county So when they started this one, using routes from that one. Yeah, for the Iowa caucus. So the Iowa caucus is next week or January 15th. So he's going around all, the areas here in this state. He's making his rounds after this. Yes, I think the Iowa caucus is the kind of catalyst. It's the big one. That happens January 15th. So look out for that if you live in Iowa, people, and many other states. Is Iowa a swing state? You know what? I know. I don't remember. Is it? Yeah, Iowa. I don't know. You have to look that up. I don't want to give any false information, but I'm pretty sure Iowa might be a swing state. But we know who's going to win this state. I'm telling you right now. I haven't seen, even with her, she's driving around in her van and she's got all this, F. Joe Biden and America stuff, the Constitution on her minivan, and not one person has said anything. You don't see that. There's no protesters out there like they always show us on TV, protesters everywhere. You don't see that. Not one person in here yet, because he hasn't come out yet, has said anything negative.
As commander-in-chief, he always had his soldiers' backs. Was always there to support them and their families. He kept his promise to keep them out of endless wars and to never forget about them after they served. America learned having a weak leader can tragically lead to American deaths, which is why America needs strength now more than ever. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message. Weak leaders talk about the possibility. American troops fighting Russian troops.
Everybody here is cool, man. Very, very, very chill. All right, let's see.
Ron DeSantis was struggling big time in his primary race for governor of Florida. Polls revealed DeSantis was failing so bad, he was losing by a staggering 17 points. Then DeSantis was saved by the endorsement of President Trump. Trump's support was so powerful, just 2 days after the endorsement, DeSantis took a commanding lead, and it propelled him to being elected governor.
I'd like to thank our president for standing by me when it wasn't necessarily the smart thing to do.
You're welcome, Ron. Unfortunately, instead of being grateful, DeSantis is now attacking the very man who saved his career. Isn't it time DeSantis remembers how he got to where he is?
Make America great again. Build the wall. Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
Truth is, there's only one person who can make America great again.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Just how far are the radical left and inside the Beltway bandits willing to go to stop him? We all know they hate him for winning the fight to protect life, for exposing their deep states, for draining their precious swamp. And they already know he'll crush Biden. So like a pack of rabid wolves, they attack. So let's impeach him. Let's get tainted radical left prosecutors to charge him. Let's conspire with Hillary and the FBI with fake stories about him. All to distract from Biden's incompetence, weakness, and money-grabbing corruption. But here's the thing. He'll never blink. That's called having the courage of your convictions.
Back on
and
TV.
it's why he's our president.
I was on TV for like fucking 20 minutes. Everybody came by, all these people from the Trump team
burning up in that damn thing. Seriously. Here we go.
And on June 14th, 1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, fix this country, work all day, fight the Marxists, eat supper, then go to the Oval Office and stay past midnight at a meeting of the heads of state. So God made Trump. I need somebody with arms, strong enough to rustle the deep state, and yet gentle enough to deliver his own grandchild. Somebody to ruffle the feathers, tame cantankerous World Economic Forum, come home hungry, have to wait until the first lady is done with lunch with friends, then tell the ladies to be sure and come back real soon, and mean it. So God gave us Trump. I need somebody who can shape an axe, but wield a sword, who had the courage to step foot in North Korea, who can make money from the tar of the sand, turn liquid to gold, who understands the difference between tariffs and inflation, will finish his 40-hour week by Tuesday noon, but then put in another 72 hours. So God made Trump. God had to have somebody willing to go into the den of vipers, call out the fake news for their tongues as sharp as a serpent's. The poison of vipers is on their lips, and yet stop. So God made Trump. God said, I need somebody who will be strong and courageous, who will not be afraid or terrified of the wolves when they attack. A man who cares for the flock, a shepherd to mankind who won't ever leave nor forsake them. I need the most diligent worker to follow the path and remain strong in faith and know the belief of God and country. Somebody who's willing to drill, bring back manufacturing and American jobs, farm the lands, secure our borders, build our military, fight the system all day, and finish a hard week's work by attending church on Sunday. And then his oldest son turns and says, Dad, let's make America great again. Dad, let's build back a country to be the envy of the world again. So God made Trump.
That thing is sucking it, dude.
Like you're turning off or what?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the next president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump. hell of a trip I just took. That was really tough. We had a great time in one of your very nice districts. You know where I'm talking about. And I was told between the weather and we decided brilliantly to rent a small plane because it could take about 15 minutes if you drove. And we did. We rented a small. We landed with the big one. We got into a small one because the runways were a little small for the other one. And to save 15 minutes, it took us a couple of hours because the small plane didn't work. Somebody in Iowa had a plane that was set for rent. And we said, let's take that plane. We'll save a couple of minutes. But you know, my people were great. They said, look, the people of Clinton won't mind, sir. You can cancel. And he said, sir, you can cancel. No way do we get an A for effort, though? That was quite a trip. That was quite a trip. But there was no way I would never even think about it, especially when I saw the lines. It's all over the internet, the lines of people going back so far. So I wouldn't have the courage to do it if you want to know the truth. We have courage to do a lot of things, but we'll start by just saying, hello, Iowa. You're going to win this election for us. Because 9 days from now, the people of this state are going to cast the most important vote of your entire lives. And I used to say that 2016, I'd say that, and I meant it. But this is more important because they're destroying your nation. They are destroying your nation like nobody's ever seen before. What they've done is so sad in every way. The borders, the military. You look at all this inflation killing you. Afghanistan, you know, the press, the fake news wants to forget about Afghanistan. The incompetence, which led to other things like Putin going into Ukraine. He went into Ukraine. He saw the incompetence of Afghanistan. He says, let's give it a shot. Why not? They wouldn't have done it with me. They wouldn't have attacked Israel with me. Iran was broke. They were broke when I was president, and they became very rich in the last 3 years because of Biden. Biden, most corrupt president we've ever had. The worst president we've ever had, you know? And it's nice because he's an older guy. But this is, I think it's really nice. Jimmy Carter is happy right now. Because his administration is brilliant. It's brilliant. People say he had a brilliant administration compared to Joe Biden. Look at Joe Biden. I would say Jimmy Carter was a brilliant president all of a sudden. First time. And I hope he likes hearing that because I mean it. By delivering a massive victory in Iowa, you will send a thundering message straight to crooked Joe Biden and the fake news. Look at all this cameras back there. To the fake news media and all of the evil and sinister people trying to destroy this nation. With your vote for our campaign on Monday, January 15th, it's finally here. We're here. We win. You will declare that we're going to take back our country. We're going to defeat Joe Biden, and we're going to make America great again. And it all starts here in Iowa at 7 p.m., Martin Luther King Day, so don't stay home, just please, you know. The polls are showing we're going to win by a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And worst thing you can do, let's just stay home, Alice. Let's watch it on television. We don't want to do that. You got to get out because the more we win by, we're shooting for November because we got to send a message. We got to send a message. We can't be beaten because if we are beaten, we're not going to have a country left anymore. They're destroying this country. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Grossly incompetent and also totally corrupt. And what they're doing with elections, with the interference is incredible. It's warfare. And it really is. They call it lawfare. I call it warfare. I think it really is warfare. If you're a first-time caucus goer, you can learn how to caucus and find your caucus location, which is often different than where you normally vote. It's at ia.donaldjtrump.com, okay? And I'm going to be learning how to caucus too because I'm going to be up here with you. I'll be here. And they're going to teach me all about caucusing because I didn't do this one before. And we've had some great thrills here, great victories here. We won 2 elections. Do you know that if you win Florida, Ohio, and Iowa, in history, there's never been a president that lost the election except for me. It's a rigged election. So if you win Florida, think of it, Florida, Ohio, and Iowa, there's never been a president. And we won in a landslide, each one of them. We won you in a landslide. We won them all in a landslide. I can give you about 30 other statistics like that, too. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to win this one.
Join the conversation, y'all. Join the conversation.
Get out and vote. Don't listen to the polls. In fact, pretend instead of being 40 points up or some crazy number, you know, nationally, we're 66%. 66%. I don't mean we're at 66. I mean, so you guys are too far behind for people like got $28 billion for the farmers, you know, because you're only about 40 points up. But don't believe that either. Pretend you're 1 point down. Okay? 1 point down. You gotta do it by big march. Thrilled to be joined by state representatives, people, Bobby. Good job. Thank you, Bob. Luana Stoltenberg, who's fantastic. Luana, thank you. Great job. Thank you for being great endorsements. We have endorsements from all these people. And Mark Cisneros, thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Tremendous energy, tremendous people. We have tremendous endorsements in the state, all over the country. They're pouring in. It's amazing how they pour in when you're winning by 50 or 60 points. All of a sudden, I'd like very much to endorse you. It's amazing how that happens, isn't it? The stakes of this election could not be higher. Under crooked Joe Biden, our borders have been erased. They've been told we don't have borders anymore. It's not even believable. Because you can't have a country without borders. Millions of illegal aliens are invading from all over the world. Our middle class is being crushed by Joe Biden's crippling inflation. Maybe the worst we've ever had. They say in 52 years. I guess that's okay, but probably the worst. Violent criminals are running wild in Democrat-run cities while law enforcement has been weaponized against Christians, conservatives, and people of faith. And, you know, Catholics, I don't know if there are too many Catholics in this one. You know, they are, I don't know what it is with the Catholics, but they're really going after Catholics. Have you seen that? Yep. And I helped the Catholics. I gave them billions of dollars in New York City to help with the schools because they were closing during the China virus period. And they were, people call it COVID. Everyone says, what is COVID? It's the China virus. It came from China. We have war in Europe, war in the Middle East. China is threatening Taiwan. Iran is inches away from a nuclear bomb. You know, they have 37 days there. I just heard now. I say, give me updates on that. 37 days, Iran is going to have a nuclear weapon. If the election weren't rigged, you would have had this thing done within 1 week of the election, and they wouldn't have a nuclear weapon, and they would have been very happy. But they were desperate to make a deal. Now they don't have to make a deal. They're very rich. Biden gave them $250 billion when he took off all the sanctions. That's what they have now. And now, well, they were broke. And in 3 years, they've made by selling oil to countries that weren't allowed to buy it. Because I said to China, if you buy oil, you can't do business in the U.S. They said, like we say, I don't think we're going to buy oil. And I said, we're going to put 100% tariffs on if you do that too. So it's a terrible thing. You know, it's a terrible thing. But what they've done, and in another 30 days, it's going to be a lot tougher to negotiate. I can tell you that. We would have gotten everything. It's going to be a much different deal. And it's just impossible to believe the incompetence of the people that have destroyed our
All right,
country,
I'm
but
running
we're going
low.
to get it back,
So,
and it's
got
going to
about
be bigger and better and stronger
7%
than ever
left.
before. Our military has gone woke, and we are teetering on the brink of World War III. This is the closest we've ever come to World War III. I don't know if you see what's going on out there. We have a president who's incompetent. He can't put two sentences together. He can't find his way off the stage. He can't find it. He's looking around. He's always looking for scenes. Does anyone see him? How dishonest the fake news is, these guys. They show that, and they say Trump could not find his way off the stage. And when I mimic him or talk like he does, I don't want to do it because every time I do, they say Donald Trump had a hard time. But that's how dishonest they are. Even when Sean Hannity the other night, I did a town hall. He's a good guy too. He's a good guy. But he said, "Okay," because he wanted to. "You're not going to be a dictator." I said, "No, Sean. I'm going to be a dictator." I said that.
For one day.
Right. You know it better than that. I'm going to be a dictator for one day. And we're going to build the wall. We're going to complete the wall because we built it, but we're going to clean up that wall. We're going to stop and we're going to finish. He's going to finish it in 2 weeks. We built over 500 miles of wall. Could have finished it in 2 weeks. That's when I realized I was going. But I said, Sean, we're going to be a dictator. One day we're going to do the wall and we're going to become energy independent. We're going to drill, baby. And then I said, right? Because he's right there. He's on the ball, this guy. Well, he's a Caucus captain. I want one of those hats too. I like that hat more than. That is a great hat. I'm going to be. Look, I'm doing Caucus. I don't know if I'm a captain. I think I'll just be one of the regular folks back there. The captains are big shots with those hats. Those hats are beautiful. Way to go. But I also said to him, right? And then I'm not going to be a dictator. One day, I said, one day, we're going to stop the invasion of our country, number one, and we're going to become independent. We're going to drill, baby, drill. And then I said, and then I'm not going to be a dictator any longer. So the fake news said, I'm going to be a dictator. In other words, that's where they cut it. I said, I'm going to be a dictator for one day, right? They said, I'm going to be a dictator. They cut the one day out. They cut everything out. And the headline was, Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. We've known that for years. But he's admitted it. And these are like networks. This isn't even the fake CNN and the fake MSDNC. Because it is Democrat National Committee, right? They like Democratic, but it sounds worse when you say Democrat. Democratic sounds too nice. They ought to change the name if they want to be called that. But these are the networks. And the other day was great because branding is a great thing. Branding is very important in life. I tell you, you want to brand. So I really branded Ron DeSanctimonious. Look, I got him elected, and then he forgot about it. Totally forgot. I got him elected. He was down so low, he had no chance. He came to my office. He said, please, tears coming down. He said, this guy was desperate. He had somebody that was up 35 points. The Secretary of Agriculture, Adam Putnam. I didn't know the gentleman. I feel sorry for him now. I wish I would have endorsed him. He was at 42 or something. Ron was down at around 3. He was very low. And I said, you know what? Okay. Because on the impeachment hoax, number 1 and 2, he was one of about 150 congressmen who went on television, would fight for me a little bit. So I didn't know the other guy, so I said, all right, I did. So I pressed that little secretary button. I said, bing. And he went up, like the race was over. And the other guy, Adam, he was up in Tallahassee. They were measuring the rooms for carpet. The race was over. It was like about a 30-point spread or some massive spread. And he won. And then I helped him get by the Democrat opponent, who they all said, good-looking guy. They said he was going to be a president someday. He had a big future. Turned out to be a crack. addict, but remember that guy? He was a beauty. But he was way ahead of Ron, and we worked, and I said, we'll do a couple of rallies. We did 2 or 3 rallies. We had massive crowds. He won. And then 4 years later, they said, will you run? And he said, I have no comment. When he said, I said, he's going to run. This guy's going to run. I got him elected, and I got him elected. You know, some people I help. Some people don't need help. I think they all need help, actually, because it's tough out there. But some people don't need much. He was dead. It was over. He was going to go out. He was going to either work at a pizza chain or he was going to work at the office. He was dead. He was gone. I got him elected. And then they said, are you going to run? He said, I have no comment on that. I said, this guy's going to run. And my people in the back, they said, sir, don't hit him so hard. He's a Republican, sir. I said, I don't care who's a Republican. Who the hell cares if he's a Republican? And by the way, we're people of common sense. You know, we're conservative, I guess, and all, right? What we really are is, because this is what being conservative, I think, is. They're people of common sense. We want borders. We want fair elections. We want low interest rates. We want strong military. We want low taxes. We give you the biggest tax decrease ever. We're people of common sense. We want voter ID, right? Can you imagine? They don't want voter ID. Why does somebody not want voter ID? Because they want to cheat. I'm the only candidate in this race who is up to the task of saving America from every single Biden disaster starting day one. I know and you won't have to buy an electric car, and you'll be able to cook on your gas stove from day one.
All right.
If you want to buy it,
My phone is about to go out. Sorry it took so long. Jay,
something called
you got it, man. We're about to get out. Say goodbye to Trump. He's about to lose my battery.
We were making a fortune.
All right, like I said, we'll hold out as long as his battery does. Once his battery dies, then this is over. So
we were selling it. We were going to sell to Europe. We were going to sell to Asia. We're going to make so much money. We're going to.
Oh, look at that. Well, all right, y'all. That's that. That's the end of the stream. So again, thanks for tuning in. I don't know what the topic is going to be for tomorrow, but rest assured, for Monday, excuse me. But rest assured, guys, thanks for joining us. We appreciate all y'all, everybody on Rumble, everybody on the Facebook, and everybody on the YouTubes. So yeah, we'll see y'all Monday. Hey, we got merch, so don't forget to get merch. Got some stuff going on there. Also, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and yeah, friends, we'll see you all Monday. Peace.